that. Got that gooey cheese. Great for any party, for any time of the year. The best. Hey, I'm going to make some spinach dip again today. My kids have requested this. This is one of their treats they like to eat at home. My kids are not big snackers, so when they ask for something, I usually try to get it to them. I'm using 1 block of cream cheese, if it'll come off. Pour in some milk. I will list the recipe for you. I normally do not measure too well, but I have tried to measure it out and make it before so that you guys can have the correct measurements. Now I'm going to add some cayenne pepper. My family doesn't mind the heat too much, so I would start out, if your family's leery of the heat, I would start out with maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon, but I'm using about 1/2 of a teaspoon for us. Some paprika. And some of the house seasoning, that's the garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Just start to whisk this around until the cream cheese gets all melted. I start out with a little bit of milk and then go from there after I add my cheeses and my spinach in here. While we're getting that working, I'm going to grate up some cheese. Do you ever find that you have all these little pieces of cheese in your refrigerator? Well, I've got that today. So the main cheese that you do want to use in this is Parmesan cheese. And the other cheeses that you want to add are just really whatever you have on hand. You can add cheddar, you can add Colby, Monterey Jack, just kind of whatever you have. So I'm going to shred up some Parmesan. Sometimes I use my microplane to do this, but I really love this little cheese shredder. And since all this cheese is going to melt, it doesn't really matter exactly what size the cheese is when you get it in the pot, just so you get it in there. Parmesan in there. You can make this as cheesy as you want to make it. I'm just making this for my 3 kids, but if you were making it for a crowd, you definitely would want to maybe triple this recipe. It'll go fast. You could put it in one of those little crock pots and it would keep warm, and then people can just dip it with crackers, bread, or tortilla chips. This is a cheddar cheese. I'm just going to use up all these bits that I have in the fridge. That one was a sharp cheddar, and this one is mild cheddar. Got to pay the cheese tax. At this point, I wouldn't even have to add the spinach because I could just eat this as a cheese dip after this gets melted. But we are going to add our spinach. This is 1 box of frozen spinach that I have taken and defrosted. I took a clean dishcloth and I put it in there and squeezed all the water out of it. Spinach is just full of water, and this is what it came down to, that 1 box. If you want to add 2 boxes, of spinach, you can. My kids like it this way, so I'm just going to add the 1. If you wanted to add the sliced artichokes at this point, you could do that. And you just work this until you get it the consistency you want. If it's too thick, add some more milk. If it's too thin, then you can add some more cheese, add some more spinach, and let all the cream cheese get melted. All right, it's all melted. Look at that. Got that gooey cheese. I'm going to serve it up. This is great for any party, great for any time of the year. My kids will sometimes have this for their lunch, and we eat it with tortilla chips. I like to put a little dollop of sour cream sometimes in mine and some salsa. And I see behind me, or beside of me, I've got one of my kids waiting. He's just waiting to take a bite of this. I'm going to torture him. The best.